Good morning, students. I welcome you all to St. Mary's English High School, and today's subject is English of 7th standard. So, my dear student, our first lesson, that is a poem. The name of the poem is Past, Present, and Future, and this poem is written by Emily Bronte. This poem is from English Balbharti textbook of 7th standard. So, let us continue this poem. So, students, in this poem, poetess Emily is talking about three times period, that is past, present, and future in the three stanzas of the poem. This poem is conversation between the poetess and a little child, where the child is comparing its life to the three seasons. And the three seasons are autumn to his past life, next is spring season to his present time, and the third season is summer season to show his future life. So come along, let's enjoy the poem. Students, now let us first recite this beautiful poem. Now students, let us read and understand this poem. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. An autumn evening soft and mild, with the wind that sighs mournfully. Tell me what is the present a green and flowery spray, where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. And what is the future, happy one? A sea beneath a cloudless sun, a mighty, glorious, dazzling sea stretching into infinity by Emily Bronte. So, students, now let us read and understand each stanzas one by one. So, here the poetess is talking to a little child. That is first line. Tell me, smiling child. So she is talking to a little child and she is describing the child as a smiling or a happy child. Now the poetess is asking to a child to tell her what the past is like to thee. Now students, thee is an old English word which means pronoun, that is you. So she is asking what the past is like to you. Understood? Okay, now the poet is asking that smiling child what the past was like to him. Now let us see what the child replies. An autumn evening, soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully. So students, here autumn is an season. In this season, the trees shed their leaves. So here he is saying the trees shed their leaves, which is soft and mild. Mild means gentle, with the wind that sighs mournfully. Now student, here sigh means a sad sound that we give. Now mournfully means it is like a sad feeling. When we are sad, how we are feeling, that type is known as a mournfully. Now here the child is telling us that the past was like an autumn evening, which was of course soft and gentle, but at the same time there was some occasion where the child had some sad moments in his life. So that is how the child is comparing the autumn to his past life. That is why he is saying it was an autumn evening, soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully. I hope now everyone has understood this first stanza. Okay, now let us continue to the second stanza. So the second stanza is, tell me what is the present hour. Now in this line, the poetess wants to know what about the child, how he is feeling about his present time. So the present hour means what his life is during the present life. Now to this the child replies, a green and flowery spray where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. Now students, green shows the greenery around and flowery spray means the flowers which falls down from the tree. So this indicates that the child is talking about the spring season. So this green and flowery spray indicates what? It indicates the spring season. Okay. Now, students, as we all know, in the spring season, all the trees get new leaves, they have new blossoms, that is, all the new flower grows on the trees. So, it is a beautiful season where there is greenery all around. All the trees are giving fresh flowers. So, that is how the child is comparing its life, that is present art, to the spring season, and it's saying that it is very happy and it is comparing it to the spring season. Now let us see the next line, that is where a young bird sits gathering its spa. So here a young bird could means a small bird. So the child is saying that a small bird or a young bird sits gathering its spa. Now your pa means gathering all its strength to be able to fly away. Now here the child is saying to mount and fly away. Now the next line is to mount and fly away. Now students, here mount means to get ready, to gather all the strength and to fly away, to get ready and fly away. So child is comparing to a little bird who is trying to fly away beyond the tree, beyond the sky, and fly right into the world and explore the world. So, in this same way, we can also compare the child life, that is, at this stage, child wants to fly away far. So, he is gathering all the strength and all the knowledge, whatever he is getting from everywhere, all the information that will help him one day to go out into the world and make a name for itself and get a great achievement. So that is how one can learn from this, the little child, that during the present time we should make the best use of time, and all the things or the information that we have around us, we can gather all the knowledge and all the skill that we can, which will help us to being successful in the future. So this stanza gives us motivation to be prepared for the future. Understood, students? Now let us go to the third stanza. Okay, students, now let's move forward on the third stanza. Okay, now first let us read this third stanza. And what is the future? Happy one. A sea beneath a cloudless sun. A mighty, glorious, dazzling sea stretching into infinity. Now in this stanza, the poetess is asking to the child, what is the future of yours? What do you think of your future? Is it a happy one? That's why she has put a question mark after the happy one. So she is asking a child. Now after the child listen to this question, he is answering these lines. A sea beneath a cloudless sun, a mighty, glorious, dazzling sea stretching into infinity. Now students, in this paragraph with this line we can understand that so the child is comparing his future to the summer season, like a sea beneath a cloudless sun, where it is very bright and very sunny and he can explore the world. So here the child wants his future to be like the sea. What kind of sea, students? The sea beneath. Beneath means underneath a cloudless sun. Means the sun is not covered with any of the cloud. It is cloudless. We know that, students, that when there is a cloud in the sky, it is very dark. It seems like gray in color and it becomes very gloomy. Means we feel very sad and we don't feel like doing anything, right? So here the child doesn't want that kind of future anymore. He wants a future that is cloudless. There is no cloud in the sky and there is no sadness around him. So he wants a future that is very bright and very sunny, like the sun in the summer season. Now he wants the future, very successful future. In the next line, he is describing the sea mighty. Mighty means, students, what? Mighty means very strong. And glorious, it means wonderful, happy, enjoyable. Dazzling sea. Dazzling sea means shining bright. It is a shining. When the sun appears on the sea, what it becomes? It becomes shiny. So he wants his future like this. When it is bright and sunny, the sun always shines. So that is how the child wants its future to be. Now we can also interpret that the child is visualizing his future as very, very successful. At the same time, the child wants his future to stretch beyond anything. With whatever he want to achieve, he can achieve it. That is a lot of thing he want to achieve, which is very endless and which is infinity. So students, we can also learn a lot of things from this stanza. One should be prepared for the future. One should look forward. One should have a plan for the future. And one should do a very hard work to achieve his goal in the future, so that our future will be very glorious and dazzling and a successful future. I hope students now this poem is clear to each and everyone. Thank you for watching this video. Take care. Bye.